Okay, so today I'm going to show you the Staples Easy button that I wired to make a camera booth, which I haven't set up the camera booth here, but you can see the computer do its thing. Anyway, the Staples Easy button, you may have seen these ads where they hit a button and it's easy because it's Staples or whatever, but they sell them for about $6, and it turns out that you can open them up and use them to do fun things. So I'll show you what I did. So let me just unscrew this guy. So the Easy button has a few pieces to it. Okay, great. So on the bottom it has these little rubber feet, and you pick them up, you can get to the screws. Once you take off the screws, this bit lifts off. This is what holds the button in place. It has a little lip on the inside. And the button itself sits on top of this circuit board here. So this circuit board has a button in the middle, and when you press it, that makes this little chip here send a message to the speaker that used to be in here at the bottom that says Easy. What I did was I broke the circuit so it doesn't talk to the chip anymore, and I soldered my own connections on it so that I could hook it up to another device that I'll show you in a minute. The button has these little feet on the bottom. I don't know if you can see those. And the feet go through these holes in the top of the circuit board and press on a little metal plate underneath. And that plate is what gives it its bounciness, so when you press it down and it pushes back up, that's the metal plate. So to make this actually do something interesting, I took these wires and wired them to an Arduino Nano. So if you're not familiar with Arduino, it's a nice little chipset development environment for making embedded electronics, and in this case I used it to send a message to the program that's going to take the picture. So, okay, we'll lift this guy up. Okay, so underneath here, this is where the speaker used to be. I took that out. This is where the battery enclosure used to be. I cut that out with a hot knife. And in that space, I now have this Arduino Nano. So the Arduino Nano sits just under this guy, and it's programmed every time you press the button to send a message to the computer. So let me put this back together, and then I'll show you how that works. So this guy goes back on top, and screw it in. Second one. Okay, then we put the, let me put the button back on. Again, the holes have to go, the pegs go through the circuit board. There we go. And then we put this over top and line it up. And screw it back in. Okay, so now we have our Easy button reassembled. So now what I'm going to do is plug it into the computer. There we go. Now the Arduino, when it connects to your computer, looks like a serial port to your computer, and you can use that to read messages from it and send messages to it. So what I did was I programmed it to wait for a button press, and then it'll send a 1 over to the computer, and then it won't look for a button press until it gets a response back, at which point it'll start looking for a button press again. And then I wrote a little Ruby script that connects to my webcam, and it waits for that message.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, say that on the best. Thank you. Here are the pictures.
And it takes a picture, and then shows you the pictures that you just took. Pretty fun. We got it to say a bunch of different things with the standard Ubuntu text-to-speech, the name of which escapes me, I think eSpeak. So it'll say dads are the best, or robots are awesome, or whatever. Anyway, pretty fun. So there you have it. Arduino hacked easy button for making a picture booth.